Hey, what's going on, everybody? Movie Fam here. Man, it's been a while. But I'm back. Got a double feature for you. Both movies were requested. We got Don't Click and Shadows of Midnight. So let's jump right into it. Let's start with Don't Click, 2012 Korean horror film. My lovely girlfriend Maya suggested this. I should have known I was in trouble right there. Should have known I was screwed, but I didn't. I was like, let's watch it. And yeah, the main plot to this movie is a cursed video file circulates, and if you watch it, if you click on it, yeah, you become cursed, and the ghost inside will kill you. And then when you die, your file gets added to the other video, and then it just keeps going. So don't click the file. So yeah, she recommended, she really liked it, and she explained it to me, and it actually did seem intriguing. And I was like, alright, I'll check it out. So I did, and I was like, ugh. Could not get into it. Alright, let's focus on the pros first. I like the, it had a decent story, that's the thing. The idea was cool, it just, the execution was sloppy. I mean, granted, it is like The Ring with a computer. I know what you're thinking, but Phantom, The Ring with a computer was Fear.com. But let's be serious, nobody really remembers Fear.com at all. So yeah, so I thought it was decent in that aspect. It had a couple of decent, scenes in it. Let's get to the cons. Alright, first off, this is where I'm going to come off sounding extremely racist. Let me just, put a little before thing here. I'm not racist. I'm not. They all looked alike in the very beginning of this movie. Every Korean girl in this movie looked alike. I didn't know who the fuck was who. I know, it sounds horrible, but I was like, I don't know. I'm just going to... And sure enough, it gets to a point where it comes down to like two sisters, and one has short hair and the other has long hair. And the fact that they actually talk to each... I'll get to that part in a second, but anyways, I was like, alright, I know these girls, and that's what it focuses on from here on out. But up to that point, I didn't know who the fuck was who. I was just like, I'm sure they'll get weeded out. And they did, and it worked out. But starting off, had no idea. This is where I'm going to sound even worse, but I'm sorry. Like, the Ninja Turtles, they all look alike. They do. You put Michelangelo, Raphael, you put all four of them, Donatello, Leonardo, together. I don't know who the fuck they are. But guess what? When they put on their little bandanas and their elbow pads and shit, guess what? They're color-coded. And it works out beautifully. Then there's no confusion who Leonardo is or who Michelangelo is. We know because we know what color goes with which person. So I'm just saying, because I had the same issue when I watched the Japanese version of The Grudge, Ju-On. Same thing. I didn't know who the fuck what was going on half the time because I couldn't differentiate who was who. So I'm just saying, from now on, all Asians must wear either a goofy hairstyle, very distinctive or goofy hairstyle, or a hat. Like, you must be known as like, oh, he wears the fedora the entire time. That's good with me. Or color coordinate your outfits. It's like, oh, it's the purple girl. She always wears purple. And then I will be like, I know what's going on. I know I sound like a complete asshole right now, but I'm sorry. Honestly, the whole like first 30 minutes of this movie, I'm just like, we'll find out. We'll find out who's who, I guess. The dialogue. Now this could be this me being an asshole thing. The dialogue was so poorly, stiffly written, and it was subtitled. But it was like, the way it was subtitled makes me wonder if it was like taken directly from the Korean text, because like it was like broken English. Like, I'm gonna take bath. Instead of like, I'm gonna take a bath, I'm gonna take bath. Something like that. Like the whole movie. The whole movie was like that. And then the way they address each other, like they all had names. Couldn't tell you now who was who, but they all had names. But then they would, like, the brother or the sisters would refer to each other as, well, older sister, here's what we did do. And it's like, wait, what? Did you just call her older sister? And then it happens throughout. Now, I don't know if there was maybe just, if literally if that's what was said, or if this was just what the person wrote. Like, someone's just like, fuck it, I'm tired of writing this weird name over and over. I'm just going to put older sister. I don't know. Literally, younger sister, or little sister. Little sister older sister, and brother. These are the characters. And I'm not making this up. The whole fucking movie, that's how they refer to each other. Every now and then they'll throw in the real name, but for the most part, it was older sister, little sister, brother. It just got really old really quickly. Now, you can't really count a movie for not being scary because, most horror movies aren't scary. They can still be good, but But this one, like I said, the fact that there's so many things working against it that when the scares did fail, you're just kind of like, ah. Yeah. Another thing, my expectations were high because I love Asian horror. Like I do. I know I'm just bashing the shit right now out of this movie, but I do love Asian horror films because they have this atmosphere and this creepy factor to it, and the fact that it is in a different culture, in a different land that I'm just not familiar with, it makes it a little scary for me because it is kind of foreign, pardon the pun. And so, like, whenever I watch a horror movie, I sometimes subconsciously put myself in, like, well, what would I do in that situation? But here it's a little harder because it's like, oh shit, like, I'd be totally screwed because I don't speak Korean, and then on top of that, a ghost is chasing me, so I'd just be doubly fucked right there. But, like I said, this one just wasn't scary at all. I don't know, and the whole time watching it, I kept thinking, like, well, if there was just if they do an American remake, I can probably get in on a little better, because, the dialogue would be a little bit better written. I'd be able to tell the characters apart, and that's not, it can go either way, because, they'll either whitewash the hell out of it, which I'm not saying is right, but it's just what America does, or they'll do, like, the multicultural thing, like, where every group of friends has, like, one Asian friend and one black friend, and there's the gay guy, and there's the fat nerd, and then you got, like, girls with multiple color hairs. It would be easier to be like, oh, yeah, fat nerd just got killed, I know that guy. He's the fat nerd. But, yeah, I'd be able to tell them apart. But either way, I kept saying, like, I'll wait for the remake, or, they were doing American remake, because, yeah, it's similar to The Ring, but it's different enough initially to stand on its own. But then as the ending comes to it, I won't say what it is, in case if you are interested, I won't spoil it for you. But there is kind of like I wouldn't say twist, but a revelation, like, why the ghost is doing what it's doing. And it was very similar in theme with Unfriended. Not necessarily, when you hear Unfriended, don't think like the actual, like shot for shot. No, it wasn't shot shitty like that. But just, I guess the tone, the reason, all that stuff, it kind of ties in with Unfriended. And I was like, well, we can't do an American remake now because they did Unfriended, and that sucked too. So, yeah, I just like, we'll just leave this one alone, I guess, altogether. Yeah, I don't know what else to say. Like I said, it was just kind of like, The whole movie was just kind of, It felt longer than it really was. There's a scene after the movie that's on the credits. But see, I watched this on YouTube, which could be my mistake right there. Maybe I should go out and buy the DVD. Spend the extra couple bucks to get the DVD so I can get the maybe legit, closed caption, or whatever. But the scene they had at the end, the credits were rolling. There's a scene there on the side, and they had no subtitles. So like literally, I don't know if I was. You can kind of like sense what's going on. Like, oh no, it's not over after all. But they're talking a lot. I know what the fuck is going on. Like, I'm adding my own dialogue here, so it was just kind of like. But yeah, don't click. I'm almost like don't click on it, but that's just my opinion. So yeah, wasn't big on it. Moving on. Thanks, Maya. Appreciate that one. Moving on, we got a movie that Paul Prince wanted me to do. He shot a short film on here on YouTube, and he asked me if I would give a review. I said I would. The movie's called Shadows at Midnight, 2016. And it's kind of a art house horror film. Okay, so let me get a little context for this. Okay, so he hits me up about 3 weeks ago, maybe a month ago or whatever, and he's like, would you care to, review my Shadows at Midnight? It's a short film I did. And I was like, absolutely. But I let him know, I was like, listen, just so you know, like, I'm on this hiatus right now. Like, I'm only doing a video like once a month at this point. And so I won't get to it right away, but I said the next time I shoot, I promise you I'll review your film. He was cool with it. I was like, awesome. Because honestly, I'm always flattered when somebody, comes to me personally and is like, hey, will you review this movie? That means a lot to me. And whenever I get, because I've done reviews for Alex Murphy, I've done reviews for Zuma, and among others, and so I'm always more lenient with, I guess, lower, I won't say low budget, like, YouTubers making movies. Like, I don't compare them with the same standard that I do with mainstream horror, because let's face it, these are usually made with little to no money, and with non-actors. So I don't hold it to the same standard as, like, Unfriended, which was a studio film that should have been okay, and it turned out to suck. I just don't want to bash on Unfriended since I already bashed on it. So I always keep that in mind when I watch these movies. I definitely hold them to a different standard than I do anything else. And so I throw it in there, or throw it in there. Sorry, I was on YouTube, so I clicked on it. And so Shadows at Midnight. And it starts off with some kind of weird imagery. You got like a glove, black gloved hand. There's red strobe light, and it's like a mirror, and he's kind of doing this thing with it. And we see some fire, and there's the credits. Shadows at Midnight, directed Paul Prince, and then everything else. And I was like, all right. And then you see like they're holding like a crystal ball or something. There's a blue strobe light now. There's fog and shit. And then the score, and it has 2 different musical tracks and everything. I was like, all right. And it keeps going. Like, it keeps cutting to these random scenes. And I know this is going to make me sound stupid here, but it's like around the 8-minute mark, I'm like, these aren't credits anymore. Like, this is the movie. And it is. Shadows at Midnight is basically 26 minutes of just random shit. And I'm saying random. Now, I don't want to come off sounding like, a douche or anything like that. I guess there is like a theme tying everything together, because it's very artsy, but I honestly don't know what the theme was. So to me, it seemed like just random clips on repeat. Aside from what I just told you, there's also like a crystal ball inside of a microwave, and the video's getting all distorted. There's a cigarette that's just lit. There's a person in high heels walking backwards. And then you just repeat it. And then toward the end, they throw in a drain with blood going down it. And then it's part of the cycle, and we just keep going and going and going. It reminded me a lot of, like, if you ever, around Halloween time, you can buy, like, these cheap little DVDs that have this disturbing, weird images that you put on. And it's meant to be, like, background fodder, It's like putting on a party, play on the screen, just weird shit on the screen while you're having your party and everything. And that's what it reminded me. Like, it literally, like, if I'm throwing a party, I will definitely be like, hey, put some Paul Prince on, boom, we're good. Let's do it. But as far as, like, because if I'm going cons, the biggest con is it wasn't really a movie. It was literally just a bunch of random shots for 26 minutes. I stayed through the entire 26 minutes. Like, even when I had like 3 minutes left, I was like, I know it's not going to change, but I'm going to stick around for some kind of payoff, and then you don't get one. It's just credits and it's over. Now, I don't want to knock on this, because, it does have some pros. It's shot, it's well shot. Like, everything looks good. The music, that's a big plus, but on the whole, this isn't really for me. Like, like I said, it's too... Well, it's not really a movie, like I'm saying. Like, and I'm not just saying this to be sarcastic or like that. If I'm throwing a Halloween party, I would definitely have this shit playing in the background, because that's what it is. It's more art than it is film, if that makes sense. And not my kind of thing, but I checked out this dude's channel. I looked at the comment section below first, and dude's got supporters. There's a lot of fans in the comment section, and then I clicked on his channel because I was just curious, like, did he just make this thing? And he actually has like tons of videos, and I'm assuming they're all the same because they all have the same similar look. The thumbnails all look kind of similar, so I'm guessing that's just more weirdness for that amount of time or whatever. If this sounds like something you're interested in, I will drop the link down below. But if I'm being honest, just for me personally, not big on it. Just was not big on Shadows at Midnight. But yeah, that's that right there. So, Shadows at Midnight, don't click. Not a good double feature this week, I'm sorry. However, next time, we'll see what we got. So, alright guys, so that's all I got. Thank you for watching. And yeah, till next time.